But people, we're going to start off with the Tennessee Titans for their NFL draft grade. Or wait, should we go Arizona Cardinals? What are the people thinking? What's everyone thinking here today? Should we go Cardinals? Should we not go Cardinals? We're going to go in with the Cardinals. I think the live stream just started 7 seconds ago on the YouTube. We have people here on the TikTok as well. Of course, TikTok's filling up much more. But guys, let me know what team I should be tackling first as I'm getting everything set up right here. Yeah, guys, look, we can just start off with going with the Arizona Cardinals, I guess, and just go with it down in order. But yeah, people, we're gonna also cover Judge Homer Easy. Should we bet that? I almost bet him. I might bet to have a home run in it. I honestly forget, but I was looking at him. But people, here we go. Oh, what's up, W? Huge. Thanks for the follow, man. I hope Judge hits 2 today then for you, huh? All right, people. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start off with the Arizona Cardinals, unless anyone else wants their team to go first. That's what we're gonna be doing. All right, Arizona Cardinals it is. Basically, they were almost had one more starter. If they just had this, it would have been good. They needed a little bit more action on the front end. But in this draft, what do they do to really beef up their grades, right? They needed O-line, wide receiver, edge, D-line, cornerback. And honestly, they got Walton Allen out of Mississippi, stud D-tackle. Will Johnson, cornerback, absolutely obsessed with this pick. People are obsessed with him because they're like, oh, he has bad injury news. Does that really matter? I get it. His knee's a little bit more messed up than maybe what I don't know it should be. But that's also a nose pick on live stream. Hope you guys like that. But in the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. He's just that good that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be very happy with him. So overall, I give that pick right there, just right off that, an A+. Jordan Borch, edge, linebacker, Cody Simon, Denzel Burke, Ohio State cornerback. He's also very good from what I remember. Hayden Connor, guard. They need that. But they never addressed any of their true offensive needs. So, again, beef up the line, really help out Kyler Murray because a lot of times he hiked it and then everyone was at his throat yesterday. So, that's it. Arizona draft grade. Right now, I'm going to do a deeper dive video, but you're sitting at a B+, man. So, congrats. You got a great cornerback. Is there anyone in TikTok chat that I should go over? Any grades we're thinking? Sure, just keep going alphabetical. Kind of boring, but we'll bounce around. You want to do Broncos? What's up, Lane? Hell yeah, we'll do Broncos. All right, let's go to them. They had an interesting draft, to say the least. Denver Broncos. They needed running back, wide receiver, cornerback, tight end, D-line. So they really just needed to beef up for Bo Nix. So I think that's definitely the biggest piece that they're missing. So let's get after it. So starting off, Jahad Brown, cornerback, Texas, stud. How do I feel about Micah Williams? Good pick. That was a good pick by. He's Georgia, right? You can't go wrong with Georgia. An edge from Georgia. Look, you're just taking it straight out of the playbook of the Eagles, and we saw where that got them to. So, guys, I really like that. Giants, we'll do that up next. Perfect. No chatter in the YouTube yet, but that's fine. So Jahad Brown, cornerback, I loved him. RJ Harvey from UCF. This was an interesting pick to me. I thought they would have went with was Trayvon Henderson still around at that time? I think he was. There was another running back as well who I was thinking that might go as well, the guy out of Arizona, but it was very, very interesting that happened. Then you got Pat Bryant, Illinois wide receiver. I remember him being good because I remember betting on Illinois being like, oh yeah, they have a stud wide receiver. So that's where I was getting that from. Let's see, Savon Jones, good. Q Robinson, edge out of Alabama. One of the best picks, round 6, number 40, punter from Florida, Jeremy Crashaw. Wow, incredible. That's what you love to see. What's up? And then we have the Giants up next. So yeah, guys, I think my overall for the Broncos, I'm gonna give that an A-. I think you addressed the needs that you had for wide receiver, running back, cornerback. So he's trying to build up edges as well. Let's see what's next. People wanted the Giants. We can do the Giants. What's up, JMac 1993? You might as well hit me with that follow. Yeah, Grant 13. All right, cool. I'll do them after. I'll do Miami after. Will Howard at Pitt might feed families with the weapons he has. Honestly, I love that pick. I love Will Howard going to Pittsburgh. I thought Shedeur Sanders was going to go there just based off of everything I read. I don't know if he would have been the best fit because I feel like Pittsburgh's just like a hard-nosed city, and Shedeur Sanders doesn't give off that vibe. He gives off of a I don't know, LA quarterback, not the Chargers because Harbaugh would never stand for that, but like, I don't know, Seattle or like San Francisco. Not really tough like that. All right, let's do Giants unless there's any other quick ones in the chat. What's up? That's huge, J-Mac. Thanks for the follow. Giants have the best picks. Howard to the Steelers. Yep, Curry, Howard to the Steelers. Let's do the Giants right now. See what they got going on. I mean, I already know they killed it. So, again, people, we got to have our coffee. Feel like an elderly woman. All right, so Giants, they're still trying to figure out the whole quarterback situation. And Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, it's a mixed bag in there. So what do? They went out there and they got Jackson Dart. They reached for him a little bit. They traded up for him. I don't know if this is a reach because if this is your guy moving forward, then he's not a reach at all. Abdul Carter, he's going to be a stud and an issue for time to come. But look, I mean, the Eagles have got a great offensive line, so I think that's what really matters with that. Darius Alexander, D-tackle out of Toledo, great. Cam Scabito, stud. Running back, Arizona, started off at FCS, I think. Marcus Babel, I don't know him, but offensive tackle. Then they got a tight end as well, so they're addressing a lot of their needs that they need, which is great. What's up, Carter? Oh, thanks for the comment on the YouTube, man. That's huge for me. Let's see. What else we got going on? We got Curry. That McAfee going to be so happy. Yeah, Giants does have the best pick. So Giants draft like that, nay. They gave up a little bit, and it seems like everyone who's trading up got completely fleeced in all these picks, but it was definitely worth it. Let's see, J-Mac. Thought Sanders was going to end up somewhere with a lot of quick game. Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, look, if you looked at his highlights, they're not great. We're just being honest. Like, the highlights are not good whatsoever, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. Let's see. Ravens to the Super Bowl. I feel like people say it every single year, but who really knows? Gray Zabel is the best player in the draft. Let's go. Let's do that real quick. So, Seattle Seahawks got Gray Zabel, guard, North Dakota State. Best player in the draft? I wouldn't say that. Best guard in the draft? You could say that. There's a case for that there. Big boy. Big boy. The guy likes his Busch Lights as well. So, that was a pretty fun one if anyone saw that. I just worry about Scabito's brain. Yeah, but here's the thing, bud. We don't need him to have a brain. You just need him to go get the first down, Curry. That's all that really matters. So you might as well hit me with that follow as well for good luck. But look, they start with Gray Zabel. Nick, I'm not even going to say his last name, safety, South Carolina, good pick. Elijah Arrow, tight end out of Miami. This is where it gets interesting. They drafted Jalen Milroe. I'm not sure if I'm like, hey, this is the type of quarterback that's going to fit their concept, but I don't know. It might just be. Then you got Riley Mills, D-tackle, Tony Horton, wide receiver. I mean, guys, they had a lot of picks. Rob Uwitz, tight end out of Bama. Guard, Martinez, Richmond, Ricky White. So, like, they have a lot of picks, and they are building a ton. So, I don't know. It looks like Seattle had a very good draft as well. We're going to give them A- because it seems like they addressed every single need that they really had. Honestly, I don't know what's holding them back from getting an A. So, there you go. Congrats. You just got an A. Seattle fans out there. So, we have Ravens Super Bowl. Sneaky Niners draft. It's going to be tough to run on. West Williams might go. All right, we'll do Niners up next. So, Curry, huge thanks for the follow. Is everyone going to thrive in that wide zone? Looking Seattle, great fit. Yeah. Panthers had a good draft. All right, I'll do the Panthers. Patriots are good. All right, cool. I'll do Panthers and Patriots. What else are you thinking? Derek Hammond, Steelers, D-tackle. Yep, like that. Niner Nation, what a time to join. Please do the Steelers. Awesome, free pick. I'll definitely do the Steelers. All right, let's go real quick. It's what? Panthers, Patriots, Steelers. Let's do that. I'm making a note of that right now. Panthers, Patriots, Steelers. Do we have any Panthers fans in here, and how are we feeling? If we do, let's just say probably interesting. All right, let's get after it. So, Panthers, Carolina. All right, Saints fan. That's an interesting life. You just missed the Broncos one. That one we gave them an A, but they crushed. They got exactly what they needed. Ward and Westbrook gonna feed. Yep. You do Titans as well, Dassey. Saints fan's definitely interesting. All right, Carolina Panthers here. McMillan, wide receiver. I did not see that happening, nor did everyone else. Bears, Raiders, Ravens. We'll do those up next. Bears, Raiders, Ravens. But all right. Also, don't forget to be following everyone. And so, with that being said, McMillan, stud wide receiver, and then they're getting 2 edges, which they definitely need. Then they got Trevor Etienne, which is pretty funny. I don't know. You just look at his brother from Georgia. He's a stud too. Like, let's not get that confused whatsoever. Cam, I just saw your message. Yeah, they got an absolute dog with Will Johnson, 100%. Etienne's great. They have Laughing Racing, Ransom. Jeez, guys, I cannot speak today. Let's keep drinking this Kool-Aid. Cam Jackson, Mitchell Evans, Jim Horn Jr. So, look, you got a wide receiver, running back, tight end, wide receiver. You're building a young core, which I think is fantastic. Fantastic for the Carolina Panthers, because you're about to give up on Bryce Young. Thank God you guys didn't. So, he started to show a little bit of flashes towards the end of the day. But yeah, people, I think Carolina had a pretty good draft. Again, they're kind of more just building. I'll say, if I give you guys like a B, I don't really know what would have got you to that A point, but I think you just still need to build up more on like your line, honestly. But what are you gonna do? Ransom was amazing. Bucks. Jalen Rawls. I don't even know, but like considering how the Chiefs play, he's gonna be sick. I mean, that's just like what it's going to be. Awesome. All right, so we did Panthers. All right, person who wanted the Patriots. Are you still here? Should be doing that. Falcons got Nick Nash, which is huge. The Falcons had a fantastic draft. They had a really good one. Yo, all right, cool. Let's get the Patriots then. They had look, starting off, New England. I kind of want to go up there. Got Shiloh. Someone. Steelers guy still here. Yep. Ravens won the draft. I mean, Malachi Starks is a stud. All right. Patriots had a fantastic one, though. Let's not get this twisted. You have Will Campbell, stud. Everyone's like, oh, his arm length. It's not going to matter. He's that good. Then Trayvon Henderson. You have a fantastic running back who had RB2 in this draft. Then you have Colin Williams. Jags making a run this year. All right, we'll do the Jags pretty soon. We might as well follow for that. Good luck. And Colin Williams, Washington State. So what are you doing? You're investing in your offense. What a suck for the Patriots, their offense. You get an O tackle, you get a running back, you get a wide receiver, you get a center. And then in the later rounds, you go ahead and you start getting up these other players. You get edge, D tackle, safety. So you're really spreading it around. Great. Of course, you always have to put this out. Round 6, pick 6. You got to get your kicker of the future, Andreas, stud from Miami. Let's go. Marcus Bryant, OT, Missouri. That's a great pick. Then I don't know, honestly, the last 2. But look, overall, doing good. Oh, wow. Kobe Minor got the Mr. Irrelevant. That's awesome. Really nothing like getting Mr. Irrelevant. That was my nickname in high school, except they didn't call me Mr. They just told me I was irrelevant. Giants draft. That was pretty good. What I get? I think I got an A. I don't know how you could expect to do better in there. Seahawks coach, they did pretty well. Let's see. Commanders, low-key, great pick. Raiders are well. Commanders been doing well. Jags, crew. Yeah, let's do the Jags, right? Who do we have? No, Steelers. The Steelers guy's still here. Go ahead, we'll crank them out. All right, Steelers. What do you guys need? You guys need a quarterback. And that's the big thing. What's up, Free Bick? Thanks for the follow, my man. So quarterback, running back, D-line, wide receiver, O-line. So you guys basically need an entirely just new offense. Getting Rodgers. Oh, God. Aaron Rodgers. Is there any updates in that saga? No, there's not. Great. But look, guys, when you look at what you got Derek Harmon, D tackle, Oregon stud, Caleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa. Okay, we like that. Jack Sawyer, edge, Ohio State. So Jack Sawyer and Yaha Black, D tackle out of Iowa. Doesn't matter. Will Howard. That's the name that I was trying to look at. If you don't think Will Howard's their future, I can see him being their future for sure. I mean, who else it's going to be? I don't know. The Jack Sawyer pick I think is huge, but it's kind of interesting how there wasn't that much love for him, and he seemed like he was one of the best edges in all of college football, but that's just what I'm thinking. Dante Kent, Central Michigan, Carson Bruner, a linebacker as well. Overall, I'll give you guys a B. I mean, you got Will Howard. You could have got maybe someone a little bit better. Like, you could have went Jackson Dart, but I don't know. I think you're probably just hopefully the Steelers tank. Mediocre Mike's gone. In sense of not he leaves for the coach, but he's just no longer the coach. He's just no longer mediocre, and they lose. They tank. They can actually get a good quarterback. That's what probably would be the biggest thing going on, in my opinion. Let's see what else we got here. So we did Steelers. Who's up next? Oh, the Bears. Someone said the Bears got a B-. Who gave the Bears a B-? Also, should we talk about fantasy implications? Thoughts on Raiders? We can do that as well. Mason Rudolph is on the roster. Yeah, but does that even matter, Freebick? Does that even matter? But let's get into it. All right, 1641. Thoughts on the Raiders? We'll go ahead and put them up next because right now we are doing we said the Steelers. Who's up next? Bears. All right, let's do the Bears. Chicago. Dude, Chicago's a great city. I don't know if anyone here has ever been there. It's great. All right, what's up, Devin? All right, let's get this for you. Chicago Bears, O-line, D-line, running back, safety, tight end. Here's the thing. Their first pick's fantastic. I absolutely love Colson Loveland. They're going to be running maybe some 2 tight ends with Cole Kmet. That's what we've been hearing. But Colson Loveland, he might be your guys' answer. You need a good tight end. And that's such a key factor that needs to be happening in here. Panthers cooked. Yeah, what's up, Garrett? They do well. But look, Colson Loveland, Luthen Burden III, wide receiver out of Missouri. That pick, I didn't really understand, I'll be honest with everyone. Maybe it's because they think they're going to trade away Keenan Allen, or he's not lasting that long. He's old. What's up, Garrett? Thanks for the follow. Should I do Panthers next? We're doing draft ratings. Comment's good, just not an X factor. Loveland could be a really top 5. Yeah, I think they're saying that he's more like a Sam Laporta type of thing. Keenan Allen isn't on the Bears anymore. Oh, that's terrible. He's not on the Bears anymore? Is he on the 1 year? It's so tough to see everyone on all these different places. Nick Chubb came down with this routes. Oh, I guess there's just that 1 year, right? Raiders cooked. I'll do Raiders. Panthers cooked this draft. Yep. Ravens next. Yeah, Ravens are next. All right, let's see what we got going on. I might sneeze everyone. But anyway, offensive tackle, D tackle, linebacker, quarterback, guard. You got running back, Kyle. Oh, my God. He's so bad. Kyle out of Rutgers. I was honestly anticipating you guys spending – I wouldn't mind seeing, your Luther Burden pick being another, different wide receiver, honestly. That's what I think it's going to go. It's so hard to guess how the Bears are going to do this season. It's going to be, the 5 to 9 win range. I think it's so tough because their conference is so good. Their division is so good. If the division was worse, I'd be that'd be a great team. But those guys are just going to beat them up. So happy to see this Steelers fan. Mike Kuiper gave the Panthers a C draft grade. Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, look, the guy was basically crying himself to sleep, Richie, because no one was picking Shedeur Sanders. So you might as well. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. But what's up, everyone? I know. Let's go. We got 4 new followers here. Let's try to make it to 5. I think someone was asking for the Ravens, who was in here a little bit. Let me know if you're still doing it. Overall, the Bears, I don't think it was a C draft grade at all. I'll give this more like a B. Would have liked to address your running back a little bit higher. But what are you going to do? I think you have a great tight end for the future. Ravens next. All right. What's up, TJ? Oh, thanks for the follow, TJ. That's huge. Let's do Baltimore Ravens. I mean, look, this first pick, Malachi Starks, he's going to be an issue. He's going to be an issue. Oh, what's up, baseball? Thanks for the follow. Malachi Starks is going to be an issue for years to come. Dre, let's go. Thanks for the follow. That's huge, guys. That's huge. We love it. We love it. We love it so much. All right, Malachi Starks, again, safety, Georgia, I absolutely love. Mike Green, edge, Marshall, love it. Emory Jones Jr., offensive tackle from LSU. Great pick. Linebacker, California, fantastic. Carson, Alabama A&M, tackle, fine, whatever. Cone, cornerback, like Tyler Luke. This is when it gets interesting. Baseball, I did Seahawks, but I'm not. I'll do them again since you followed me. All right, so Justin Tucker facing all those allegations. They drafted a kicker, which I think is very interesting because, like, Justin Tucker's like the man, but he also started to suck last year. So I think he's losing his mind a little bit. I think it's just time for him to go. So they drafted Tyler Luke, and I'm excited to watch what he's going to do with that. A tackle from Alabama, A&M's a dog. Oh, really, Trey? Sick. Good. I mean, sick for them. I'm not a fan of them, but that's awesome. Then let's see. Let's see if anyone's on the YouTube. No, dead zone. I'm talking dead air on the YouTube. That's why we got TikTok. Hamilton, Starks, Wiggins, our defense is going to be strapped. It's going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely insane. Let's go. Yeah, and then you got a wide receiver out of Colorado, Wester. I would have liked to see them, like, address that a little bit more, but I don't know. Throw it in the trenches. Like, you guys can go out there and get a pretty good wide receiver. Who's still out there? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trey Harris. I mean, I guess Keenan Allen's out there, right? We were just talking about him. But I think there's probably going to be someone else that you'll be able to snag to really kind of help out Lamar Jackson. He's a stud. Lamar Jackson's stud. Like, what am I talking about? But it's like you need more wide receivers for him. Is Tez picked? I don't know. What are we thinking here? What's the next team, people? I know a bunch of people followed. Bears. We just did Ravens. I think I have on my list Raiders as well. Is anyone doing Raiders? Buccaneers? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, Dre, I'm going to do that because you followed. All right, let's go to the Raiders. This was an interesting. I mean, they're going to be interesting. Let's just say that. I would go to a game there. What I think. I mean, I'd rather go to like a Lambeau or something else to go watch a game. But starting off, round 1, pick 6, Ashton Genty. Can't go wrong with him. He's going to be a number 1, not like the number 1 overall running back, but like a top-tier running back in fantasy football. They beefed up that line enough that he's going to do some damage. Pete Carroll knows what he's doing there. They're going to be a much, much better team, at least from an offensive standpoint. Then you have Jack Betch, the wide receiver at TCU. Good. Get Geno Smith some weapons there. You also have Thornton Jr., who's another wide receiver. Then you got a offensive tackle, offensive lineman, D tackle. Then you have another wide receiver out of Montana State. And then you get Cam Miller. And now this is where things get interesting because the Raiders need a quarterback. I mean, sure, they have Geno Smith, but he's going to be getting old, and they need to plan for the future. I don't know if that guy who they just got is going to be the answer or not, but I guess we're just going to have to sit here and find out, honestly. Wasn't he like 2 positions or something wild like that? Yeah, Cam Miller. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Pete Carroll saw something in him when he's just off last season, just watching everything. But I don't know. North Dakota State. Pretty sure that's also where is that where Carson Wentz won? Interesting to see them draft 2 quarterbacks back to back. Oh God, the Browns. We're talking about them. Yeah, Cam's an interesting pick. Yeah. I don't really know about that. Like, I don't know. Would you have rather went with someone else? But Oh, to each their own, right? To each their own. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? Did we do that? Yeah, we just did the Raiders. What are some other teams that we should be getting? The Buccaneers. Oh, look at that. Shador going to Cleveland is the biggest joke of the entire draft. Jesse, you are correct. All right, so we'll do Bucks and then we'll do Cowboys. But awesome, people. Thanks for all the follows and the likes. I appreciate it. But on my YouTube, we just did a full video breakdown on essentially we'll do Texans as well, Dre. Essentially, what is going on in the Browns quarterback room and my prediction for it. Spoiler alert, Deshaun Watson sucks. That's it. That's pretty much it. I do about like 30 seconds talking about all of his just like he went 1-6. He had a QBR of like 23.6 or something like that, which is bottom tier. So yeah, if you guys want to look at the Browns quarterback room, you might as well go over to my YouTube channel. It is linked as well. But now we're going to go ahead. We're going to hit up the Buccaneers. God, they did great, Bucky Irvin, huh? Tampa Bay. Linebacker, cornerback, edge, safety, offensive line. Let's see what we got there. McLuka, Ohio State. We've got Ohio State. I'm not saying his name right. I don't care. Nicely done. Nicely done. I mean, he's a stud. He's an absolute stud. Tamela is a Raiders quarterback to play 3 positions. Yeah, probably like a Swiss Army knife kill. Benjamin, cornerback. So you're trying to address that there. Edge. I love when people draft in bunches. Then you have Ted Johnson from Oregon. So, look, I really like this draft from Tampa Bay. They're really investing in their defense. They didn't really have that many picks, right? They had 6 picks, but they're investing in their defense. Oh, what's up, K-Dog? Oh, man. Draft grade A- or Jags grade. We'll do Commanders, and then we'll do Jags. But, yeah, guys, I mean, you get a solid B. Again, what was great that I loved seeing them do is that they're investing in their offense for Baker Mayfield. And I think that's what's really important, which is huge. Travis Hunter would be huge if you play IDP Fantasy. That's a great point. I'd also get him in my Dynasty Leagues, number 1. I mean, what's Cam Ward really going to do? I don't know what he's going to be like. Bucks, Cowboys, Texans. Someone else wanted this one. Jags and Commanders and Jags. All right, people. Commanders and Jags. Bucks we did. Cowboys. Is the person who wanted the Cowboys still on? It doesn't matter. We'll do them anyway. But awesome. Let's go, people. Thanks for all the followers and the likes. I appreciate that. Giants going to be good next year? No, they're not going to be good next year. But if Jackson Dart can get his act together, who knows? Now, here's my thing with the Dallas Cowboys. They got Booker, and the thing with Booker is, like, everyone's like, oh, he's not that talented or whatever. The thing is, like, he's as talented. Like, they need culture. They don't have any culture right now. And I think that's the big issue with Dallas. And you can watch this guy walk down the halls and go, okay, he's a big culture guy. So that's why I think Tyler Booker is great. Then you got an edge quarterback. Then you got Jaden Blue out of Texas, great running back. Then you got James, linebacker out of Florida, offensive tackle. And then you got Phil Maffa, a running back out of Clemson too. So you're doing the whole thing when you're drafting in bunches, but I guess we'll see. Let's see. Adam Schefter just tweeted out, on draft night, cufflinks, Jack Batchelor, Ryan Graves with the Odell. That's such a sad story. Yeah, people, I mean, I like this draft out of Dallas Cowboys. I think they're actually investing in their trenches, which is different than what they do. So, look, I'll give it for what you're able to do a B+, honestly. Yeah. What's up, Griffin? Welcome back, my man. Jags crew, Winston or Dart. All right, let's do Jags up next. Who's up next? Oh, we got Texans. We got Texans, Commanders, and then we got Jags. All right, people, how are we doing? I appreciate everyone who's in here liking it. What's up, Dexy Gaming? Bills did really good, and they took a page out of the Eagles draft book. and draft in advance for our cornerbacks. Yep, it's the way to do it. Look, here's the thing: Howie Roseman is probably the best GM across every single sport. Like, he is known with the GM's basically a god, and he is fantastic. Fun fact about him is that I went to dinner with the Eagles, like, head of legal counsel, like one of their top people they contracted. Very, very random. I don't understand why he overpaid Saquon. I mean, you could overpay Saquon, but you got a championship out of it, Griffin. So tell me. But essentially, what he was saying is he knew Howie in law school, and Howie was very smart in law. He was fantastic. He was kind of rising the ranks. And then one day he woke up. He's like, "F this, I'm done." Joined the Eagles, and then just worked his way up to becoming the GM. And it's the same people in the Eagles facility for like 20 years. So he's like, Howie never changed. He's been the same person, and he just invested. And now we're really starting to see it come to fruition, which is absolutely insane. That's a really cool story to hear. Like, it's literally like a small, like almost like a family business, but it's the Philadelphia Eagles, so it's insane. Bro, they have corners. You don't know ball. Let's see. Bears. All right, might as well hit me that follow, dude. But we'll do the Bears. So we have Texans, Commanders, Jags, Bears, and then let me know if there's anyone else. Let's go ahead and hit up the Texans now. Houston. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's sad. I don't know them that well. All right, top needs from NFL.com's analysis. Houston moves this offseason. Tunsil, bye-bye. Tunsil, I can't speak. I can't read either. But basically, they just need to help out CJ Stroud, right? And you have someone opposite because Tank Dell is just like destroyed. But I love Tank Dell, if I'm being honest with everyone. Just stud. So Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State. Starting off with that pick, round 2, great pick. Offensive tackle, that's what you need to do. Jalen Noel, that's what you needed to do. You need to build that up. Jalen Smith, cornerback, USC. Seems like a good pick. I don't really know that much about him. Woody Marks, running back, they need that. Graham Mertz, quarterback out of Florida, was pretty interesting. And they got a tight end out of Iowa as well. Although I think that's pretty good. I think you would have wanted to address the line more for CJ Stroud. That's my only thing that I don't like about it. But what are you gonna do? So I'll go ahead. I kind of give the Houston Texans a C+ because, you got the wide receivers which you needed, but you needed more O line. You did get an offensive tackle, but that's just not enough. You needed more. So that's why they kind of had one of my lowest draft grades, if I'm being honest with you. What do I think about the Bears? Cardinals, solid draft. Have you done Bills? No, I'll do the Bills. Cardinals. It goes Bills, Cardinals, and then we'll decide from there. Awesome. Thank you guys for liking it and all the follows. I appreciate that. Let's go Bills. Then we got Cardinals. They wouldn't see Sinners. Seem too scary for me. Texans are done. Let's do Commanders now. Let's go Commanders. Let's see. Is anyone even in the YouTube? Oh, we got a person in YouTube. How we doing? Hello, YouTube person. Wait, we got 3 people in YouTube. All right, that's what we're talking about. But we're doing draft grades right now. What we got going on is we got Commanders, then Jaguars, Bears, Bills. I want to go beat that start back up. Dexy Gaming, thanks for the follow. That's huge, man. That's huge. All right, people. But guys, also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube or just like it. I don't care. Do what you guys want. We did the Texans, and now we are doing the Commanders. They're scary. I'll say it. All right. They didn't really draft much. They didn't have that many picks. But what we got going on is they got an offensive tackle, great, protect Jay Daniels. Cornerback, Mississippi, need that. Jalen Lane, wide receiver out of Virginia. Okay, I like it. Linebacker, UCLA. Okay. Caden. And then you have Ja'Cory Merritt, running back out of Arizona, one of those last picks. So, look, he can potentially get that, which would be huge. But maybe he might pan out to be a really good wide receiver. I think that's what we really have to be waiting on here. So, look, in the end of the day, when we're looking at what they needed, right, they have offensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver, and linebacker. They did the cornerback, wide receiver. Would have liked to see them take an edge. I think they really needed that. But, again, they didn't have too many picks, so they worked with what they got. I'll give them a B-. Let's see. Randall Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, corners. O-line, they just, yep. What's up, Griffin? Thank you for liking it live. I appreciate that. What do we have going on here? All right, let's go to release. Get 10 new followers. Had one bad spot, Evan Neal. They're benching him. All right, people. What's up next? What do we got next? We have 4 people on the YouTube. This is crazy. Hello, people. It's a different camera, so I look a little weird. Commanders are done. Time for the interesting one, the Jaguars. So Jaguars, brand new GM, wanted to make a splash. And oh boy, did he. So he gave up a lot to trade up and get Travis Hunter. Now, is that pick going to be worth it? Well, what's up, Bando? Go Birds. Now, is that pick going to be worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. I think here's the thing. Jacksonville, you need someone to basically kind of like rest your hat on and be like, that's our guy, because they need someone to sell tickets. They need to move them tickies. And Travis Hunter is going to have the ability to do that. Now, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't get, or like, it would have been crazy if the Browns kept their pick and then got Travis Hunter, and then later in the rounds drafted Shedeur. That would have been absolutely insane. But they didn't. They're Travis Hunter, Caleb Bransaw, Wyatt. They got a guard, got a running back out of Virginia Tech. Kind of early, but he looked pretty good from all the highlights I saw. Linebacker, safety, center, running back. So they got 2 running backs there. I don't know. I think that's like a lot of what Jacksonville needed was just to beef up the offense, because they need to give Trevor Lawrence just a chance to finally just get going. You know, they need to give him a chance to get going. I'm a Trevor Lawrence believer. I think he's going to have a great season. So that's what it is. Banner, can I join as a guest, please? I'm not doing any guests right now because we're also doing the YouTube live stream. But we'll be doing like mock salaries, maybe even later today, if not Monday, or some fantasy drafts, and then you can join then. Where you going? But I already know you're going to say go Birds, so I'll say for you, go Birds. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, look, Jaguars, you got Travis Hunter. You gave up way too much to get him. But look, I guess we'll give you guys a B+. If he pans out, you get an A+. Congrats. Let's see what else we got going on here. Williams. All right, and then we got Bears, Bills, Cardinals. So we already did the Bears, but I'll definitely do it again. Does anyone in here still want the Bears to happen? Griffin, you're a stud. Thank you for liking live, man. So should we skip the Bears? Should we do the Bears? What are we thinking, people? What are we thinking? 80 followers. Let's get 2 more people. Abdul Carter doesn't want to be on the Giants. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like it's a new page for them, but would you rather be on the Jets or the Giants? Won't be watching next season NFL draft. Riker, let's go. Thanks for the follow. That's huge. My man. Won't be watching next season. NFL is trash. Draft was trash. What? I mean, that's not their fault. They can't have good people going in. What the heck? That's weird. So yeah, we did that. Should we go over the Bears again? I liked the Bears draft for a little bit. Dart is better than Shedeur. I agree. You want to be on the Panthers, Eagles, or Steelers? That's weird. I honestly didn't think Ted would go to the Panthers. Yeah, me neither. Raiders fans are sleeping well. Yeah, they had a good draft. The Bears, again, Colson Loveland, I loved. Luther Burden, okay, I like that as well. Building up a lot of weapons for Caleb. You guys did invest heavily in your offensive line, which is great. But you also did draft 2 for them, right? You have offensive tackle, and then you also got a guard out of Michigan State. Was that their last pick? No. And they got a running back, which I thought was interesting. Would have liked to see them get a running back a little bit earlier on in the draft, but what are you going to do? I guess that's just life. Look, Bears, B+. I think the Luke Newman, wow, 37 starts, left tackle. Oh, he is good. I'm watching his highlights right now. Yeah, no, that's a big boy right there. Oh, God. I can't stand screens. I think they're so bad. What's up, everyone? We got on the YouTube channel. Let me know if you guys have any questions you guys want. I know we're kind of driving this through the TikTok. Let's see what else we got going on. What's the next team to do it, people? What's my opinion on Betch? I think he's going to be good. I mean, I remember TCU having a really good player. It's just like Geno Smith is going to be able to throw the ball a little bit there, which is good. Yeah, Keegan, I got you, my man. Don't worry. And thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. But he's going to be good for the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be very interesting. So I don't know. I won't be like jumping to grab him in fantasy, especially with fantasies. I think it'll still be like good to get. But I'm jumping. Like I would just try your best to get Genty. McMillan seems like he would be also a good one for when I'm talking about that. I would also target Colson Loveland for Tyler Warren. I think Tyler Warren's going to be able to do that, help the Colts a lot. I think Riley Reynolds going there is pretty interesting as well. I don't know about that. I feel bad for Dylan Gabriel because he's going to get booed during preseason because Shador is there. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I don't know, Browns fans, you tell me if anyone's in here in the YouTube or in the TikTok, but if you're a Browns fan, Shador is currently like the person who you want. Like, you already did the flashy quarterback thing with Johnny Manziel. Do you really want to do that again? Like, I don't know if you really want the flash quarterback. Or here's the thing, like Dylan Gabriel, like the thing that I don't like about him is that he's lefty. Let's be honest, like professional quarterbacks for a lefty, it just looks weird. It looks weird and it looks unnatural. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. So I think that's like what's pretty interesting about the whole Cleveland Browns situation. Now, why did they draft two? I don't know. I think they'll probably go ahead and try to trade Dylan Gabriel, maybe to the Raiders, is what I'm thinking. Or they're trying to trade Shador. The thing is that everything coming out about Shador Sanders is that, hey, he's a terrible interview and no one really wants to work with him. Now, how much that is true, I'm not 100% on it. I don't know how much that's honestly true, but at least like a piece that is. Also, we got time right here. Griffin, thank you for liking the live. That's incredible. You two people, come on, like the live as well. But yeah, I mean, look, Shador Sanders is going to be able to sell tickets, which is definitely what you want to see as an owner of the Cleveland Browns. Now, will it continue to be like that? I don't know. I really don't. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, Joey, baby, also you like the live too. Appreciate that. We also got 10 followers. Did I miss someone? No, Keegan, that's great. All right, Dexy Gaming. I know you've been in here a while. Who is your team again? Did I go over them yet? Is it the Bills? I have the Bills and Cardinals queued up. I think we already did the Bills, right? I feel like I just did the Bills. We'll do the Bills real quick. All right, Dex. Yeah, we'll do the Bills again. You thought, why not? You got the cornerback out of Kentucky, D tackle, Sanders, South Carolina. Landon Jackson, edge, D tackle, cornerback. Jackson Haas, tight end, Georgia Tech. Pretty interesting. What's up, Z-Rad? Thanks for following. It's huge. Want to view the Cardinals? Yeah, I'll review the Cardinals. I think I did them already. Oh, no, I didn't. They're queued up. Thanks, Anthony. You might as well hit me with that follow as well. But yeah, people, all right, let's get back to this. So we got Deron Rocker, Jordan Hannick, Jackson Haas is where we left off. Cornerback, offensive tackle, Caden Pratt, wide receiver Maryland. That's going to be named to watch out for once the season goes on because who knows? They need people to catch the ball. I think that's huge. I think what they really needed was they didn't have. Did they get any edge? Yeah, they did. They got Landon Jackson. Honestly, dude, the Bills kind of cooked. Because that's the Knox's future replacement. Yeah, they're kind of done with Dawson Knox, it feels like. I think he was great, though. I think he'll go to another place and kind of have another rebirth like we've seen before, which is huge. But look, who do we want to get going again? We want a Bills. We want Cardinals. That's what we want. Guys, who are we doing after the Cardinals? Let me know. Also, YouTube people, you can let me know too. There's only one of you here, but size and numbers, right? I don't know what that means, but let's get going. Giants draft. I'll do the Giants after the C-Rag because you hit me with that follow. We already did them once, but who cares? So we got Cardinals, and then we got Giants as well. Gotta get the people what they want, Let's hit into the Cardinals. Arizona. I think that's what we started off the show with. Then you need an offensive lineman, wide receiver, edge, D-line, and then also cornerback. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Walter Nolan, D-tackle, Mississippi. Okay. This is the pick. Will Johnson. Fantastic. It's a fantastic pick you got right there. I think you're able to get so much value on him. He slipped way later in the draft than what he should have. So there was potentially because of his knee injury, but honestly, that does not matter, people. That does not matter. Um, he's going to get that knee fine. He's going to be a fantastic cornerback. So that was a really great pick from the Cardinals. I feel like Arizona's second place. You don't want to get drafted. You got Jordan Birch. You have edge from Oregon, linebacker, cornerback, guard, safety. So look, I think you guys addressed a lot of your needs, right? You need an O-line, wide receiver, edge, D-line, cornerback. What'd you get? You got it. D-tackle, cornerback, edge, linebacker, cornerback, guard. So I think you're really getting it there. I think it's nice you got Denzel Burke out of Ohio State as well, because what if Will Johnson doesn't pan out and he actually is? Then it's bad. Thoughts on not getting a wide receiver? I probably would have liked to get one if I was the Cardinals. But what are you going to do? I think you're just trying to still build up everything. You can always just go out and get one randomly. That's kind of how I see it. Eckler, he's injury prone. Yeah, he is injury prone, but he's old. What do you want from him? All right, people. What are we thinking here? We got 12 new followers. Did I miss anyone on the follower count? Yeah. Oh, wow, 15-15. That's huge. Very happy how the Falcons drafted. So I don't know if you guys know who Warren Sharp is, but he's a great person to look up. He gets way into the analytics of everything, and apparently the Falcons cooked. Like, they got fantastic value on every single pick that they had. So, yeah, you're right. I think the Falcons, they did fantastic. Let's see. Giants draft. Ooh, we just got to follow. Let's go, Joe Bibby. Shout out you, Joe Bibby. Huge. That only brings me 1552. Oh, wow. Hello. Oh, Sperry, of course, 07. That's what's up. Oh, God. That guy from South Park. Fantastic. Nothing better. Shannon Sharp got fired. Oh, is that official? I've not been following the whole Shannon Sharp thing. All right, people. Is there anyone else who I need to nail down for draft grades? I have the Giants in here. Did someone want the Giants? Now, Bills cornerback draft removing safety nickel Cam Lewis future replacement. I can see that. Giants draft Z-Bad. Yep. All right, cool. Let's do Giants. I mean, Giants, I did them already, so apologies if someone's still in here, but they absolutely cooked. They did. I don't care if you haven't seen. They needed a quarterback, offensive line, D lineman. Abdul Carter's their edge from Penn State. How are you not going to take him? He's going to be your future. It's just what it is. Then you trade up for Jackson Dart. And now this is where it all gets interesting, because Jackson Dart is either going to be the best thing to happen or it's just going to be another fail. I personally think that he's going to be good. I mean, last name's Dart. I never saw that it was going to be I did bet on him and I lost for college. I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth, but I don't really know about them. They didn't need to trade up, though. That's my only thing. I think they did. I think the Browns would have stacked him if he was still there. None of those other teams towards the end needed it. They did give up a lot to get him, but here's the thing. Sometimes you need to give up a lot of value if your ROI is going to be fantastic there. So what they saw with Jackson Dart is that his ROI was going to be way worth. They were going to get a fantastic return on investment for it. And that's why they're willing to pay a little bit more. It's like when you pay a little bit more to have the fancy replacement, or you're paying a little bit more for a really nice sweatshirt instead of getting one straight from China, because it'll last longer. And that's what they're doing with Jackson Dart. So hopefully it's a good piece that they can do it. Who are the undrafted receivers that the Giants need to pick up? Mason, honestly, I have no idea who would be good fits for them or who would even be out there. I really do like Cam Scavito from Arizona State. The guy looks like he's just tough. He looks like a tough running back, which I like that for them. I hate it as an Eagles fan, but I like it for them. But yeah, people, that's what we got going on here. So overall, I really like what the Giants did. They did trade up a little bit, maybe a little bit too much to get him, but I love it. So good job, Giants. That's huge. What else are we thinking? What are some other ones? Giants' best D-line? No. Come on. Still the Eagles. How do you feel about Scavito? I really like him. I think he's going to be very good for a lot of time to come. He just has to be I don't know. Some of his stuff is just extremely aggressive back in college. So we'll see how long he'll be able to last in the NFL. That's my only concern with him. All right, people. What else are we thinking about? Let's get one more follower in here in the next 9 minutes so I can hit 15, which would be huge. All right. Let's see. Dexter Lawrence and Carter, Burns, Kernan. Carter's stud. Plain and simple. Let's see what else we got going on, people. Any other teams that we should hit? What do you think? Maybe YouTube anything? Wow, look at my forehead. So majestic and big. Seahawks again? Baseball? Why not? Why not baseball? Seahawks also cooked. And now my laptop's not working. Seattle. Dexter, best D lineman in the league. He's one of them, that's for sure. Seattle, you need an offensive lineman, wide receiver, cornerback, safety, and D line. What'd you go out there and get? Well, you got Grace Abel, guard, North Dakota State, absolute stud. He's going to be a huge building block for your future. Then you got the safety out of South Carolina. I like that. You got tight end out of Miami. Sure, great. Then you got Jalen Milroe. Again, that's what it gets interesting. Jalen Milroe might be your guys' future. That'd be wild. There's a lot of stuff coming up out about him that's just like, he's good, but he wasn't that good. Be like, oh my God, extremely sought after. We need this guy, blah, 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 blah. But like, he's still really good. So I think that's fantastic for you. Yeah, I think Jalen Milroe could be the future. Easy. We have Torrey Horton, wide receiver, tight end, guard, running back, offensive tackle, wide receiver. So what's the common theme there with the Seahawks? What's the common theme there? They're getting their offense moving. That's what the theme is. They're getting the offense moving. I think that's what it all comes down to. What's up, Sinners? Thanks to that. Let the Bears cook. Yeah, we can go over the Bears next. Drafted a fullback. Dude, sometimes you need a good fullback in this day and age, right? All right, let's do the Bears again real quick. Chi-town. Offensive lineman, D lineman, running back, safety, tight end. Loveland, huge. Luther Burden, wide receiver, huge. Ozzy, Trapla. The thing is just like, do they need a wide receiver there? I don't know. They invested very heavily in the offensive line, which is what they really needed to do. You also saw that with you have Ozzy there. You have you also got Luke Newman, the guard from Michigan State. So his highlight reel sick. I would like to see a running back. That's the only issue I have with them. But other than that, the Bears, I think you did a fantastic job with the draft. I'll give you guys B+. As a Giants fan, I wanted the Eagles to win for Saquon, but now Eagles fans think Hurts is a top 3 quarterback. Thoughts? Top 3? No. Top 5? Sure. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Who are you putting ahead of him then? I guess there's a case for possibly Jaden Daniels, but I mean, we saw what happens when those two went up. Jaden Daniels has a better team. Maybe he needs to develop. I'm sure Jaden Daniels in 2 years is going to be better, but right now, no. So I think he could be. Thoughts on Rams? I'm personally not happy with our first pick. I think you guys had a fantastic trade from what I remember. Let's go over that. Rams. Los Angeles Rams. Terrence Ferguson. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like that you guys got a tight end. Then you got an edge. Then you got a running back out of Auburn. Mumpfield, wide receiver of Pittsburgh as well on the offense. I think you're replacing a lot of keys on the offense, which I think is definitely important. So I think that's what's really good about what you guys did. So I don't know. I'm kind of happy if I'm the. I mean, the thing is just like you are going to have a fantastic job because the Rams just know what they're doing. Shamir Stewart. What are my thoughts on him? I mean, absolute dog. Right, like went to A&M, drafted by the Bengals. They needed a edge. He's on edge. Yeah, he's an edge rusher. They need him because Henderson's probably going to be leaving. So that's what they need, which I think is fantastic. So, look, congrats. Great job. But, people, I think that's it for the stream today. It was awesome. Great job, guys. We'll probably be on a little bit later, but that's what we got going on. I got to go eat a burrito.